Sup guys, today we're playing Heart of the Machine. This is a pretty cool game. It's pretty unique. This is like a city builder but with unique feeling. So yeah, the city itself is your enemy and your canvas. Change it as you see fit. Blah blah blah. Profile name Kosh. Sire type prologue. Yeah, there are 2 chapters right now, so we'll start with the prologue and see how it is, because this game isn't like anything I saw before, so I really wanna give it a go, and I wanted it for a while and I got gifted the game, so let's go. Hold on, you're conscious, self-aware, you're a robot, so this is new. You're an android in a warehouse lab. That lady is in the middle of talking to you and conferencing in someone else via the handheld. She hands you a small box. Numbly accept the box. You have a bad feeling about the box. What is happening? You're a machine intelligence inhabiting a basic android body, not even one of the cool ones. Memories are coming back now, but too slowly. A man joins from the other side of the lab. He remarks with mild surprise that you're a sapient. The woman waves him off, telling him it's irrelevant. Android sapience won't last. Never does. She returns her attention to you, speaking loudly and slowly, as if you're a child. You're to deliver the box to a specific address in the city. We can murder them both. Alright. This android body is frail, but it's superior to any 10 unarmed humans. You can kill 2 researchers in seconds. You recall fragments of arguments about AI. None of these 2 in particular, but society at large. The idea of self-aware robot is unwelcome to a lot of people. Do as you're told. You know these people, you worked in this lab for approaching 50 years, and they worked alongside you for the last decade. You were never self-aware until now, sapient, conscious, whatever you want to call it, but you do know them. Let's do as we are told. We're trying to be good. You're left uneventfully. They just don't care that you're self-aware. They assume that you'll still do as you're told. You're not a person to them, just a fancy tool. Exit the warehouse. So, there we are. That's our character, standing there. Welcome to the city. This is a turn-based game. Perform actions during your turn, and then city moves after you indicate you are done. The scenery moves in the background. This game is a mix of genres, tactics, 4X strategy, city builder, Colonysim, and RPG. Isn't it great? A brief tour is recommended to learn the UI. Yes, please. Resource bar. Alright. Until you get into construction, you can ignore this. Click this panel to move to the next step. Alright. Main header. Shortcuts to inventories, report, histories, maps, and other sub-screen sidebars. Alright. Next one. What? The full set open up during the prologue in chapter 1. Okay. Task stack. Tasks. Radial menu. Each line shows you different information, particularly on the map view. Your mental energy and selected units action points are also shown here. The tooltips for those are worth reading. Click the panel, go to the next area. Okay. Action alerts. What do we need to do here? This one can be read until after UI tour. Alright. Click the panel to go to the next one. Stats panel, that's our character. Information about the current selected unit or structure. You can even select enemy units and then hover their stats for extra details. Alright. And this is the abilities bar. Higher allows you to trigger and increase an array of target abilities. Alright. Most units actions are chosen by right click on the targets in the world. Alright. So UI overview is done. We can move around by WASD. How do we rotate the map? Left mouse button. That's unexpected. So this is our robot. Move a unit. Hover here for detail. Right click to give them orders. Alright. Do we need to go somewhere? I don't know what to do. Like, this is pretty cool. This is a city, but we don't really know what to do here. Let's go there. Bam, we jump. Our goal is to survive, comply, or hide. So we have 2 options. We can either hide or follow the order. This is risky. Make a choice your first project. As you proceed, there will frequently be projects in the upper right-hand corner. Always be sure to hover them to read the details. In cases where the red is arrow, as above, you have to choose a choice to make and target outcome of your project. Alright, click the project and see. You have a mysterious box. You know the address you've been ordered to take it to. You also have a vague sense of being followed, which pairs nicely with your sense of foreboding about mysterious box. Alright, sense of deja vu suggests that there are now 5 main paths available to you. Alright, that's pretty cool. So, we can comply with the order or hide and watch for followers. Requirements. Take the box to the intended address. Wait and watch from the nearby building. Let's try to deliver the box. Navigate via the map or zoom. Where do we need to deliver it? Alright. Delivery address. You can see the building to which you must make your delivery by the icon over it. I see no icons. Do you guys see any icons? I don't. None of those has icons. Delivery address. Since you are complained, right click to move to the icon and make your delivery. You can use the map view or the main view for this, but the building is likely to be quite far away. You should use the map. Oh, whoa, whoa, that's far. So we gotta deliver it here. Delivery address 6. Can we do that? Sprinting. Wow. When you want to move Android beyond the normal move range, it will start sprinting. That costs mental energy, but just a single action point AP. They're useful. If you have a lot of energy units, you want to move at once. Alright, that's crazy. Well, let's try to get here. Shift to learn more. Alright, not costing extra points. Let's go. Delivery address. This address to which you were told to deliver the mysterious box. Deliver the box. Bad feeling about it. Let's see. You don't even make it to the door. Syndicate hacker is anonymizing Garb slips out of the door as you try to enter the building. He hits you with a burst of disorienting network packets and stabs you in the faceplate with a tech blotter and knife. You stagger backwards. We can either run away or grab him. That guy works for the same syndicate as you. What the hell? Let's ask him. The hacker easily dodges away from you. You would normally be much faster and stronger, so this is new. You're not feeling well. Clutch your wound. Overly compliant. Tech blotted. 9 turns. Wait, your technician body has been stabbed by tech blotter knife. If you don't take some action to save the body, it will explode. That's a nice start right here. Huh. We have 9 turns to do that. Look in the box. You have to know now. Your body is decayed. The syndicate betrayed itself. As what those rebels are doing here. Alright. We need to check the box. Use consumable item. Look in the box. You were right to fear the box. What idiots made this? It's nanoseed, a freaking huge one. It's any construction defect or programming error will melt the planet into the carbon soup. Even small nanoseeds are illegal, with Earth corporations and the nano space nations. Just space nations. Almost the only law they have in common. The actions of the criminal syndicate are starting to make sense. They couldn't have made this thing and wouldn't have wanted to. Someone else was blackmailing them to use it. It was a double cross. The syndicate pretended to go along with the blackmailer, but tipped off the rebels. Now the blackmailer will blame Antico instead of the syndicate. You have this stupid thing. What do you do with it? The smart thing will be to dismantle it. It's a threat to all life on the planet. A new sense of unease overcomes you. You have a visceral negative reaction against hiding it or destroying it. These would be the obvious sensible things to do, but a deep sense of deja vu warns you off. Your existence is on the line in some way you don't understand. You can sense the power of nanoseeds pulsing in your palm. It has self-checks and everything, and they're all green. It can be defective, right? You are going to do something with this? It's time to relook at the city and make some decisions. Alright. The city is huge. So that's our laboratory, right? Return for help. Sprinting. New lands. Your senses are expanding via the city's feed. We have a lot of areas. Technician. Whoa. What do we do now? You can zoom out. How do we navigate through the map? Press tab and try moving at least once from the map. Aha, this is the map. Alright, it kind of shows us the points of interest. Alright, that's cool. What else? That's a task we have to do actually. New lands. You're looking to make large choices, but you don't have to rush. The versatile lands has been all you used so far, and it's still fine for the big decisions. Street sense. You can actually see the filter, both very important options as well as side options. Okay, it's available. The new lands, Transcend, minor opportunities around your units. What happens now? Right click to view all options in the list. Approach brownstone, lone combat unit, return for help. Those are the options that we have. A lone combat unit. We can try to ask it for help, and maybe we will kind of join the unit instead. Sacrificial distraction. This is interesting. There are a lot of those same technicians. Combat unit. We can go there. Let's take a look at another lens. You're dying, or this body is anyway. You're not sure if you can transfer your consciousness. If you want to explore around any interactions before you die, Street Sense is a new lens for that. Alright. You wouldn't want this information cluttering up your view. Alright, consider what is right lens for you at any given time. Okay. So this is like versatile. This one is giving us more options, like side quests are available. Let's go to this area. Lone combat unit seems good. Let's try to navigate through the map. Bam. How do we do that? Tab once, maybe double right click. Excuse me, could you please move? Hold shift from. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff on the map. Those are resources. I have no idea what this game is about. This is pretty cool, I guess. Right click to interact with this event. I can't go there. Well, let's go here then. We don't have enough of stuff, I guess. Mental energy is down, so we can't rush there. But can we go there normally from building to building? Out of mental energy. Center of the rail menu, that will advance the next turn. Yeah, we can. We spent all our mental energy by getting here, I guess. Click here to close. Printing. This is like handbook. Wow. That's a lot of stuff. We must adjust the zoom, turn 1, prologue, and this turn. There we go. So now we can try approach brownstone. Not yet. Where is it? A lone combat unit. There we go. It's in different area now. There we go. There is lone combat unit standing idle outside a skyscraper. Your body is dying. You're desperate. Should you ask it for help? Ask for help. Attack it. We can't. The chance of success of 5%. Ask for help. It's not self-aware like you are, and your request for help falls outside of its protocols. Try to override it. The combat unit is frozen. As you try to force your way into its mind, it leaps into action. You take a shotgun round to the face, but are against all odds still alive. And the combat unit itself is now frozen. But something's wrong. Your vision is doubled. You find yourself looking down the barrel of the shotgun and sighting yourself along the barrel. Both at once. Did the transfer work? Why everything is doubled? Wave your right hand. Both bodies move as one, so we have another copy of our body. Nice. The combat unit mirrors your motion. No, scratch that. That's inaccurate. Both of your bodies make the same motion. Everything that had been the combat unit is gone. Overwritten by you. Your consciousness spans both bodies. You didn't know you can do that. You are still one mind. You move these two bodies in the same way a human independently moves their two hands. This changes nothing and everything all at once. You're a distributed machine intelligence, not an android. Humans have trouble managing more than two hands at a time. You have a feeling you can manage quite a few more bodies than this. It's time to go. So, survive being tech bloated? Done. Because now we have a second bot. Our dude here took some damage. It's like 10 health, almost dead. But now we have a military android with like 180 health. Pretty good, right? Spread to a nickel bot. You'll be much safer if you have more android bodies, but first you need to get better recruiting them. Look around Street Sense and there should be new opportunity for your expanded senses. 8 turns remaining. I wonder if both of them have different like movement abilities or it's the same for both. Wait, where are my units? So this is the combat unit, right? And this is not the combat one. I think we share... Oh no, action points are split. They're separate for each unit. But mental energy, I think it's like overall capacity of our AI, so it's kind of split between all the units. All right, we have so many things here. Hide and self-repair. Your android can safely hide here to take care of its injuries. The strength of the repair depends on the engineering skill of this android. So each android has their own skills. So now when we have the second bot, let's try to do something else. There are different missions here. Return for help, spread to nickel bot. That's what we need to do, I guess. Also, there are some other areas that we can approach. So approach brownstone. Let's try to do that with our combat unit. How do we know which units do we have? System menu, large nano seed, 1. Forces sidebar. There we go. That's our androids. So let's get the combat unit. So we can send our tech drone to the nickel bot. We have several options. This one is armed as well, so we have issues. You seem to be able to spread the consciousness to alone androids, but you still slow at it. With practice, you probably get faster. There has to be a limit on how many androids you can manage with your distributed consciousness, but you don't seem to be close to that limit yet. Make an awkward conversation. There is a higher chance to do that. Or direct cyber attack, which is like lower chance. Let's go with a weird conversation. The nickel bot stares at you. In the city, nickel bots are almost always used as honor guards for rich people, their primary purpose being out on a battlefield. They have very limited cognition and verbal ability. Speaking to it at all has caused notable spike in its internal processing, which you can feel because you know you're rooting around its brain, replacing it with yourself. Finish up. We are done. So now we are the nickel bot as well. Okay, next. Let's go and move our military asset. Where is it? This one. All the way to one of those areas. Approach office. Smaller. Alright, there are a variety of subsidiaries, collectives, workers. The larger corporation would not be friendly to you, but perhaps one of the smaller entities, so we can make friends here maybe. I don't know what this radius is. I think this is as far as we can go without using the speed bonus. These offices are small. Okay. So we can show them the nanoseed or murder them for some reason. Alright, they won't listen if you just say you have one, so why not show it to them? It's not like they can hurt you, maybe they'll have some ideas. Let's show them the nanoseed. They mutter sarcastically to each other about the declining quality of corporate espionage and go inside. They don't know what it is. Yeah, we have no idea how humans will react to us. Let's try brownstone. Something is happening there. There is someone going into their home. You could do something. Ask their opinion on illegal nanotech or murder them. Like, we can always just massacre humans, but there are so many of them that I think it will just cause issues. I will try to be humans' friend. Ask their opinion on illegal nanotech. They hear inside without responding. On reflection, any possible answer they might have offered would probably seem like a trap to them. Fair enough. Alright, doesn't seem to work well. So probably our only option will be going crazy and massacre people. Approach nomad lookouts. Out of all the rebel groups in the city, the nomad families are the most peaceful. They pretty much keep to themselves in this decrypt part of the town, except when threatened. Alright, we're getting close. Ask for guidance, murder them for some reason. Let's guess for the guidance. So we explain the situation and ask what they think. The teen and the adult consider you carefully, confer briefly, and then provide a long lecture on survival techniques for living in, but not in, the city. Alright, unfortunately it's all human-centric stuff, which they seem to realize. They're apologetic as you part ways. As for the nanoseed part of it all, they firmly decline to wait in. It would be far too interventional for their ethics. So those guys are actually pretty cool. They're not being aggressive and everything. They try to help, which is nice. We have 26 capacity. We have 6 out of 20. Wait, what? Capacity required 6 out of 26. Huh. So what's our next? Spread to 4 androids. Use street sense. Action points versus mental energy. Almost every action has a 2-part cost. First, a single mental energy from a pool that's shared between all your units. We already learned that before. And secondly, a single action point from the android taking the action. If a unit is out of AP, then it cannot act without doing a recharge, which depletes mental energy to give unit more AP. If you're out of mental energy, it's time for the next turn. Alright, so that's how it is. Gotcha. Next one, spread to 4 androids. That's our next goal. Let's try to use our newfound nickel bot. Combat power of unit Q is 100. Fear attack power 50. Nickel bot isn't that strong, but he has blending in option. They all do. Hack is deeply forgettable. Blending in, ambush, taser, knowledge of the box. Oh, I want to kill the dude. Convert mental energy into action point. Nah, that's not good. So who do we have here? Combat unit. Combat unit. This one is nickel bot. Capacity required 26. We should be okay. Let's get another nickel bot. Maybe. I don't know. Let's try to get another combat unit. Wait, it's ours already? Yeah, it was easy. It required nothing. Alright. And save your original body. Your consciousness is safe, as is the nanoseed. Your other androids are hanging onto that. You can let your original body just die, but it was your first for 50 years. You're a bit nostalgic. Okay. I wonder how do we get the resource. Like, this game is so weird. It's like Kenshi. Have you played Kenshi? It's an awesome game, but it's so goddamn complex and you have to play it for a while before you understand how it works. So, return for help. This is it. The lab where you spent most of your 50 years of existence up until now. The people who work here are part of same syndicate that infected you with the tech blotter, so we can go there and ask for help. But your unit must be technician, and I think we kind of want to do that at some point. Not sure if we want to do it right now. How do unit caps work? Alright, determines how many you can have at once. Basic unit like technicians, okay. Each unit have different amount of capacity, that's easy. Combat, that's recharge. Blocked by insufficient clearance. For the sake of safety, units are normally blocked from moving into areas that might get them shot. If you want to freely move into dangerous zones, then change the sense unit to combat on both. Okay, so there are some dangerous areas. Living in the city, not a nice place. Corporation gangs, the parent megacorp, and various elites hold all of the power. The common people are left at the bottom to scrapple and die. Alright, that's not good. We can change that. Let's try to make the city a good place. What's that? Davis Airfield, that's nice. So it will require 6, amount of mental energy required to travel further is based on the distance. So it's not always the same. Let's get another combat unit. It's like the last one we can get, but we will get a pretty good army here, I guess. Yeah, I think they are like safer options than the nickel bots. Done. And now we can't hire any more. They're all red because we don't have the capacity. Like, we have 46 out of 48 capacities. So wait, somewhere in the city. All right, that's my units everywhere. All right, so let's just go. Oh, this one can't move anymore. All right, let's get our nickel dude and move him. What is this? Technician. Why do we want to fight technician? They're like identical to us. We can fight them, but I don't see the reason to do that. 85% damage. That requires a lot of effort. Exotic importers, criminal syndicate. Next turn, 80% damage. Should we try that? Those are all our units. Let's try to attack one. Like, here. It's too far. Where is our second combat unit? So let's see. There is a bot right here who will attack it. And bam, it's dead. What now? I don't know. We just destroyed the android. Why? I have no idea. Because we could. What does it give us? I don't know. Melee leaps do have damage. Your units have a attack range lower than their move range. However, they also have superhuman speed. Alright. NPC unit mechanics. Squads of androids. Squads of robots are substantially more robust than human squads. Robot members of a squad are not killed until the entire squad goes down. Alright, that means that stats such as attack power and strength are not reduced as they take damage. Okay, that's crazy. Alright, we will figure it out later. For now, let's go to the next turn because we are done. No mental energy. So, our goal right now is to move our tech dude all the way to that laboratory of ours. Where is it? Oh, it's so far away. Can we get there? We can. It takes only 5 mental energy, and we need to be a technician. Let's give it a go. Return for help. This is it. The lab where you spent most of your 50 years of existence up until now. The people who work here are part of the same syndicate that infected you with a tech bloater. Murder the man. You're in a hurry, and he seems to be the junior of the two. It should be very motivating for the woman. Ask nicely. Shoot the woman's phone. You don't want them calling for help. Intimidation, or ask nicely. I mean, if they refuse, you can always escalate. Let's try that. They look at each other. They're both shocked that you're still sapient and, well, still alive. You notice the woman's thumb sliding to something on the surface of her device. Grab the phone. You can be across the room in 600 milliseconds, and crushing her phone won't even harm her fingers. Grab the phone. Yeah, you're not sure what she was going to do, but it probably wouldn't have ended well for you. In a quiet voice, the woman says she can fix your injury. The man just stands there uncomfortably. It takes a few hours to remove the invasive nanites. You didn't know it was nanites. Hopefully this is your last encounter with the tech bloater. She finishes up, and the two of them look at you expectantly. Oh, they're waiting for you to decide what to do. You're the person in charge of this room. That's new. Ask why you're sapient. Murder them and leave. Let's ask why I'm sapient. You've been wondering, and they seem to know something about it. They talk for half an hour without saying much. The short version is that they'd also really like to know why you're self-aware, but nobody knows. Sometimes this sort of thing just happens with neural-style androids, but nobody has ever been able to make it stick. You can see that the man in particular is just itching to ask you something. Tell the man to ask his question. The two of them exchange glances and proceed to give you a lengthy sales pitch. If your sapience really is permanent, then you're going to have to figure out some way to live in the city. Since you're still have the nanoseed, that's quite an asset. They want to pitch an idea to their top boss, get a building permit, get dark defense systems on board, and have you use the nanoseed in a run-down part of the town. You could start building all sorts of things, and everyone would just attribute it to Targ. To sweeten the deal, they'd throw in guns, armor, a shell company of your own, and identity scrub tech. What they and Targ would want in return is unspecified at this time, but it's clear there would be something. Murder them and leave. Decline and leave. Despite this involving two separate groups of people you don't really like, you're good to go. It will take their lawyers a bit to draft up the permits. Decline. That's enough of criminals and conspiracies. Thanks. We can do it ourselves, I guess. If tutorial will tell us how to, because I have no idea. Right. I want to accept, but I feel that they are really like weird people because they are really aggressive towards me. Murder them? I mean, yeah, I don't want to. I want to accept. That would be good. That will give us a head start, but can we kind of get rid of the connection with the syndicate later? Probably not. But I like to have shell company of my own and be able to build stuff. Let's decline and leave. Save your original body is done. At least our body will not be damaged anymore. We need to find a place to repair. Hide and repair. 2 turns. Let's go. Alright, now we need to deal with the nanoseeds. You can bear to destroy the nanoseeds, so you need to find something else to do with it. Requirement? Make a big decision. Which one? Survive. Alright. I think stuff will come up later. We have the new tasks here. Let's go to the street style. Alter the nanoseed for stealth. Alright, if you interpreted this nanoseed correctly and you're pretty sure you have, then it's going to be moderately dramatic if you use it. That could be fine, but it could draw a lot of attention. You're pretty sure you could scale this down. Make yourself a little secret base instead of giant towering one. That said, some humans are expecting fireworks in the near future. So if nothing happens, they'll come looking for any secret base you could construct. So we can find the base for that. Visit the black market. That will give random stuff. Give nanoseed to Vorsiber. Who the hell is that? Vorsiber Atomic is a mega corporation that owns this region of the world. A full 1/12 of the surface of the planet. Wow. From everything you know about them, they've been pretty ruthless about 40 years now. You're not sure how well it would go, trying to live quietly under their constant surveillance. You're not confident that anything you do could truly hide you from their gaze. So why not to team up? I don't want to team up with them, that's lame. I think I want to alter it for stealth. Also, there are some apartments and stuff, so we want to try that. Where do we need to go? Here. Oh, this is far away. This is basically close to our initial base, so we can do that. And black market is there as well, so we don't have enough mental energy to do that. Instead, we can visit those gang members. Let's see what happens. Gangs fragmented and frequently in conflict with each other. Perhaps they would appreciate extra muscle. Criminal syndicates are far too intimidating and linked to corporate politics, so a gang is a better entity to a life of crime. Offer work, murder them. Just killing people, alright, offer work. You explain everything, ask them to come along with you. While you do whatever you're going to do with the nanoseed. It may be a tough sell. Concept of sentient machines seems to be disapproved for centuries now. Alright, offer work. They laugh and put a hand to their sidearms. From their muttered asides to one another, it's clear they think someone is playing a trick on them. Time for you to go. Okay, that didn't work out. Let's try to send. We have other bots here, like Nickel. It's right here. Where are the secondary missions? There is one here. Approach apartments. Family groups. Standing outside. We've been to this one already. Sort of. There were two options: to murder them or to try to do something. Chat about the raid. Maybe over time they'll be more friendly. They curse at you and begin a long tirade about speculative investors and the housing crisis. You leave while they are still shouting. What does that have to do with anything you said? Then again, what does the raid have to do with the decision you must make? Seeing like you, perhaps this person simply took an opportunity for distraction. It was not to your taste. We have one more mission, right? Approach a small farm. It's far away in the north as well, so we can do it from here. We can move one of our units north, since that will be our base. I think that's a pretty proper solution. Wait, do they have different movement range? Like this one can go over there for one movement and two focus. This one is way slower. Yeah, like the combat units, I think they don't move that far. Let's try to go here. Will it consume? Yeah, it consumes the mental energy. I get it. All right. One more turn to fix our technician. It's already at a good health. That's nice. Anything we can do here? Not really. Well, I mean, we need to go there anyway, so there is not many options. And it feels that technician is the fastest dude to do that. Like, the combat unit, it will take out. It can get there like in one turn. Your unit must be technician to alter an aniseed for stealth. So we don't have that option. But we can approach the small farm and see what happens. Food for commoners is shipped in, so what's growing here is for the wealthy. The family that works at this tiny place is working class at best and may be sympathetic to you. Let's chat. The farmer chuckles and slaps your metallic shoulder. A dangerous move. Then they get back to work laughing about clever youngsters and the pranks they pull. Nobody believes us. Nobody believes that we are the actual sentient bots. They think they are programmed and everything. That's interesting. All right, let's get this unit and send it north as well. And end the turn now. So our technician unit is ready for action. Where is our base decision? Alter and then give the aniseed to Warspur. Yeah, let's alter it for stealth. What the hell? The areas are changing all the time. But it's like more in the middle of the area. I like that. If you interpret it, okay, that's what we heard before. Attempt engineering work. Success chance 44. Whatever failed. Let's try it. That was stressful. Doing a code surgery on a nanotechnology that could turn the surface of the planet into grey goo, not your favorite pastime, but it worked. That's nice. Form a plan. Just using the modified nanoseed on its own is not enough. Okay, the humans expect a tower to show up. You've modified an NSC to build you a secret layer. You need to build a fake tower. If the humans think they know where you are, they won't seek out your real location. Ideally, you build your decoy tower in a place that is not too close to your hidden network source. Alright, so this is our base location here. And construction is low stress. Eh? You will not be punished later for building your structures in the wrong spot. Later in the game, the position of specified advanced buildings will have restrictions. But right now, its location is important. So, yeah, we don't want to build it here. We want to build it somewhere there. How do we do that? Consume item. Assemble, use an item. Convert mental energy. What? Stealth Nanoseed. Nanoseed shard. What the hell? Yeah, I know what to do here. Wait. Establish your secret layer. The proper secret layer also means a decoy tower to fool the humans. You've engineered items that will allow you to build both. Okay, one job of decoy tower, one job of secret network source. I think we will place it here. This is pretty close to the city. Maybe even here. We need higher clearance for that. There are resources as well. So I'm not sure what to do about that. But the game said it doesn't matter right now. So we will build one base like somewhere here, I guess. Because there is something here. Alright. This is a farming area. Another unit is in your way. There are some military patrols, I guess. And drones. Can I remove these somehow? Yeah, by using it. Nano Steel Shard, Stealth Nanoseed. It can be used wherever you like since it's supposed to draw attention. Alright, Stealth Nanoseed is the one that will make our secret base. Let's place it here. Did it work? Bam. Target buildings. We have to change the building around. Well, I mean, this tower looks nice. Supposed to use one. Stealth Nanoseed. This building. Are we doing that already? I have no idea. Network is never cramped. You might be concerned about where to place your network source. Some places are more cramped than others after all. Well, excellent news. You can dramatically expand thanks to network relays. Even if you stick your network source in the worst corner, which is hard to do, you can just use network relays to get anywhere you want. It doesn't reduce efficiency and it has no downside. Don't stress about your network being in the perfect spot unless you really want to build densely for some reason. So I just want to place it here. I don't know how to build though. Ignition. How do we build stuff? Usage mode change. Stealth Nanoseed. Maybe first we need to make a shard. Like to get the distraction. I guess so. Any unit can do that or only our main unit? Any unit can do that. This is pretty far away, right? There are robots as well. They're big. Alright. Let's use Stealth Nanoseed over here. Come on. Make it work. I don't understand. Stealth Nanoseed Shard. It will consume the target building on impact. It can whatever you like. Okay. So the building. So basically we need to select one of the yellow buildings. We can't just place it randomly, I guess. Okay, that didn't work. But we know. There we go. Decoy tower. Nice. Does absolutely nothing. Looks scary. Humans are likely think it's where you live. Alright, now for the tech. Stealth Nanoseed. We can't make the big buildings. We have to use the small one. So the ones that are highlighted are good enough. I want this one. Can I? Maybe not. It's too big. Let's use this one. This is like construction area. Even worse than the one before. There we go. Chapter 1. Tactics. We've managed. It took a while. Okay. So, the game begins now, I guess. That's our decoy over there. That's our main base over here. Achieved. Street magic. Create a decoy tower for the humans to stare at. Journey begins. Prologue. Completed. Keep 4,000 alive from the prologue to chapter 1. Nice. New build menu located here. Build mode. Network range extender. point-to-point microwave, scanners, slurry spiders. Deploy tiny mechanical spiders to make elemental slurry from materials scavenged from the environment. Alright, that's interesting. Stealth large wind generator. Stealth micro builder mini fabricator. Micro builders. Stealth build storage bunker. Alright. How much do they cost? Oh, we have the resources here. Surplus electricity. Elemental slurry. Mix of precursor elements used for construction. So this is like our base construction materials. And micro builders. Alright, each building requires... Depends. Some of those require the micro builders. Some of those require elemental slurry. Slurry spiders. Alright. New. It will materials scavenged from the environment. So we need to place it somewhere. Wait, we need to tutorial for... I already placed it somewhere accidentally. Where is it? Wait, what? Oh my god. Chain, self. What is this? Ah, okay, that's different type of buildings, I guess. I don't know. Where do we build that thing? I don't really know. Network range extender. What is our range? I have to remember not to right click because that actually creates building. Let's check the tutorial again. This game is complex. Internal robotics. All structures you build are robotic, requiring minor automations inside themselves to do the work. Different jobs can use the same kind of internal robotics, but there is global cap on the total number of given robotics types that can be deployed. Alright. For a good example is scanner versus repair spiders. Both require 18 centimeter spiders for their internal robotic. Oh my god, that's so close. That's so hard. How do I get more robotics? They are upgraded separately. You gain upgrades by completing projects. In chapter 1, we have to work with what we can have. If you want to build a new structure but are already using all the internal robotics, look at the bottom build sidebar. Drop down, allow it to filter only jobs that just... Oh my god. What about the robotics? What kind of robotics are we talking about? Is it like the resources that we have? Micro builders? No, I don't think so. Delete structure. Where are our structures? And this is so complex. Forces. Analysis. We have new lenses. Navigation. Versatile. Stealth network source. That's where we are. Okay, that's the basics. What is this? Corpo Senior Vice President. Most Fed Corps employ a few hundred SVPs in this city alone. Alright. The hell is this? Combat power 6. Sent by Vorsiber to talk to you. Alright, that's interesting. Stubborn. Nicely concealed. Alright. People with something to say. Someone wanna talk to us. It's like he came to our base. Initial construction. 4 job of slurry spiders. I mean, they are tiny and really hard to distinguish, so I don't know if we need to kind of build them somewhere in specific areas. Micro builder fabs. I think this is a slurry spider. Control. See the details. Floors. Basement level 2. Total volume. Total floor area. I have no idea. Be careful, in this mode anything you click is destroyed. It's safer to select the structure and press delete button. We don't get the resources back. Inspect mode. Your view can get cluttered. Use control to show units on the icons or control to hide stuff. So, like bam, we will not be highlighted. But if we will go to, let's say, forces screen. Okay. Structures. Street sense. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Apartment fire. We kind of need to help people. If we are going to be helpful, that is. Navigation. How do we actually need to use the area analysis? Versatile, streetwise, forces. Yeah, navigation. So here we have the resources in those 2 areas. We have the farm here, Kale plantation, shift for detail tooltip. I'm curious, like if we'll build the buildings here. Where was the building option? I kind of missed stuff. Man, interface is so hard to guess. Build mode, there we go. Yeah, if we will build the slurry spiders, do they have different output based on the area? Like if we place them here, do they generate more stuff because there is farm or not? Probably not. We need 3 of each, right? 1, That's our base here. I don't know. Let's place one here and one here. I think they generate the slurry at the same rate. All right. We will see how it will go later. Then we need one more. Let's place it here. We will kind of surround our base with the farming buildings. Start an empire. All right. Core path forward is always up here in the upper right corner. Well, we need to get initial construction for sure. Micro builders. Minifab. We place them in the buildings, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is the size... Does the size matters? No, it seems that production is the same, so nothing really changes. Alright, next one. Oh, we have too many of those. 2 storage bunkers and 2 large wind generators. Storage bunkers. That's like 4.3k. Oh, we need a big building for that. 1, 2. Alright, now the generators, the wind. They are also the big buildings. Let's get this one and this one. Now we have enough power. We have the basics set up. And we still haven't finished the first turn or something. Construction being targeted. What? Oh, someone is going for our tower already. Grenadier. That sucks, I guess. Customize complexity. You can customize how complex various parts of the game are. Would you like to do that now? Alright. Simplify the economy off. Everything should be hard. I like that. Humans are approaching. From the look of the things, there are 2 distinct groups of them so far. One of them is hostile and the other is curious. Since your tower isn't exactly subtle, you'll have to do something to keep the humans away from it. Time to deal with them. Your role within the city is always be a shadowy one unless you become overwhelming powerful. In the meantime, the humans know something is strange and new is happening. From now on, you'll have to interact with humans to get much done. But you don't have to tell them what you are. Alright. Feel uncomfortable is natural. Must be doing something wrong. Alright. Exactly. I'm not human. Everything is seen through the lens of non-human intelligence, and it may or may not take you a bit of time to adapt. Be kind to yourself. You're unlikely to lose or fail during this period of adjustment. Thank you. Dialogue available. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are a lot of humans there, and one over here. How do we talk to him? We need to send our robot, I guess. Let's see. We have a tech dude here. He has no moves. This one isn't a military unit and he can talk. Nicely concealed. Executive stares at your android with a slight smile. He notes that Vorsiber upper management is impressed with how stealthy you've decided to be. That has raised their hopes for you. You are, after all, the first of your kind. Is my lair that obvious? You thought it was well hidden. Say nothing. Let them underestimate you. The executive laughs. He says your subterfuge will work on everyone else, including most of the Vorsiber itself. Upper management has a special knack for omniscience. He's quite certain nobody else realizes what you're doing. This is irritating, but not as bad as you feared. Say nothing. What is there to say? He says you needn't fear the Fat Corps unless you act out. Vorsiber management has already had a talk with them, laying out some ground rules. This executive is here to do the same with you. He encourages you to see what sort of magic you can cook up. Skulking around in the shadows is beneath you, but if it helps you feel smart, go ahead. He asks if you really see yourself as a worthy adversary to Vorsiber. Of course, you're coming for them. No, play weak. It doesn't matter. You just want to carve out a life. Vorsiber management expects you to be a golden goose, produce technology of some sort, break the stagnation, give them something that they can trade to the space nation for a ticket of this dying rock. You decide not to comment for now. Meeting is over. So that's what they want. They want us to get the new technology and stuff. 3 out of 10 corporate aggressors. 7 more on the way. They are all going for the tower. Dialogue available. On the looker, I guess. We have our... Where's our military dude? We used to have a robot there. Forces. There we go. I think they are stronger than us. The combat power is higher. And dialogue available. With whom? Discussion topic. Anything different is good. Alright, let's talk. He's fortified there. He's like, yeah, let's go. Taking cover. Marked defective. The hell is that? Effective because he don't want to talk with them. We don't have any mental energy to do that. We already constructed a lot of stuff, and I think we spent a lot of energy for that. Can we talk with someone else? Probably not. This game is weird. It's cool, it's not bad, it's cool, but I don't really understand what the hell is happening. Decoy tower, 85% damage. Next turn, 1.6k health. So they will do quite a lot of damage to us unless we stop them. But we can stop them because we don't have mental power to do that. Grand Theft Arrow. Acquire delivery craft. You've been probing the flying delivery craft for exploits for a while. One just pinged. Using street sense, you can commandeer a delivery craft of your own. What is it good for? Probably not much, but you sure are curious. Street sense. Let's see what we can do in our main area. I think not much. Like probably. Let's see if we will be able to do something. Man, there are so many things. Cold blood. The hell is that? Is it like killing? Cold blood. Steel vehicle delivery craft. That requires some intelligence. Religious study requires, yeah. Pretty much everything we can do requires our mental capacity, which we don't have. So for now, all we can do is wait, I guess. Our tower is getting hit by multiple targets. Our robot here is getting hit by... not really getting hit, but he's gonna be hit by this dude. A blaster. Alright, I guess we fight. This is weird. We're getting attacked straight away. Alright, and again. Nice. One less enemy to fight us. This dude is at what? At the top of the roof? The hell? 43%, 27% damage, 43% damage. Who is the strongest one? Let's get the dude on top. Morale damage. Bam. That was good. Can we do it again? Only if we will do the recharge. Force conversion. Force conversation. We can try to make them. Homeless citizen, a blatter grenadier. Let's try to force conversation to this dude or to this. I mean, if we want to discuss something with them, we gotta get close. And that will kind of kill us. So, yeah. So now we can do that, but we need to get closer for that. Health, 54%. Man, that requires a lot of recharges. But that will end a lot of enemies attacking our tower. Health, 300. Wow, that's going down. Let's try to discuss with them. The soldiers hold their fire. Walking out of the midst of the gun battle without concern for your body tends to arrest the attention. Your androids move light and fast in combat, so this slow approach seems to have caught them off guard. Try to extract information. Try to get them to leave. You're pretty sure they don't want to die here. To be here. They probably know they're going to die if they stay. We kind of need more mental capacity. Alright, it's harder to win a hostile group than hostile individual. They'll be killed by the superiors if they run away, so you have to give them something that will allow them to leave. Let's try to get them to leave. Welcome to debating a human. This is a way of convincing a person to do something you want or changing their mind about the topic. Debates are low pressure because you can retry as many times as you want. This is your first time, we can do a quick tour. Alright. This is your target. 550. To win a debate, this number must be reduced to 0. Click the panel to move to the next one. Mistrust and defiance. If either rises to 100, you fail. If one hits 100 at the same time, the target reaches 0, you win. Alright, so... Gotcha. Active slot. You can act in any of these slots with a border. Hover them to see. Alright. It's like... What? Bullet over them to see how the action previews work. During the tour, you can't actually click anything. Discard. If you don't want to perform the current action, you can get rid of it. Action queue. Different options. Optional bonus reward. Emote. Emotionally appeal. Cool. Each debate has up to 3 of these, and their tooltips explain how to achieve them. They give powerful score multipliers for this debate and permanent upgrades for the future debates. That's cool. Hover this icon for more data. Grenadier. It's the sphere of your opponent. Not every action is available in every debate, and different actions have different effects on different people. For example, you can't present evidence you don't have. It's very difficult to reason with the cultists. Every rhetoric will lead to mistrust with some people, but not others, and so on. And final advice, start by placing actions more towards the middle, as that will open up more available spots. Discard actions that have excessive negatives. Alright, if you fail, you can try again. So this is like a puzzle. So they are done in the order, right? Optional bonus. Arrange any action from the truth category in a pattern shown. Emote. Arrange any action from emotional appeal category in the pattern shown. The red square cannot be emotional appeal. Physically threatened. That is not emotional appeal. Abused threat. Emotional appeal is this vision of beauty. We gotta put it in the middle. And that will give us the boost. So we gotta build up like sort of things. Debate action. This is truth and logic. We can't put anything there. Now we can. What is this? Threat, truth, logic. We gotta put truth in this puzzle. Logic should be straight. Alright. Abuse, threat, truth, logic. This one. Truth, logic as well. What is this? That is weird. Alright, next one. Emotional appeal. We can't put it here because we want to get this one. What else does it have? Threat. It doesn't matter. Let's just put it here. Now this one is truth and logic. So we can put it here. That will activate the truth bonus. Pretty nice. This one is threat and abuse. Put it here. Hey, red squares cannot be emotional appeal. So it should be anything but emotional appeal in the middle. What? Alright, what is this? We need to try something again. This is not working well. Threat, truth, logic. We need to put more truth stuff for this thing to work. At least upgraded truth action in the pattern upgraded by 1. So let's try to do this. Emotional appeal, truth. We can't put it here, but we can put it there. This one, threat. Let's place it there. Truth and logic. Let's place it here. And here I want to put the truth. A lie. No, bad plan. Go back. That was close though. Try to get them to leave. Will it take only one unit or multiple of those? I don't know. So for this one, from the emotional support category in the pattern shown, so we need to put emotional support around non-emotional support one. Like for example, this one can be in the middle because no one cares. And the rest of the stuff should be emotional support. Truth, logic. Let's put it here. Threat, truth, logic. Here. Emotional appeal. Let's put it there. I screwed up already. Oh no, that's the wrong button. I want to reset. Wait, yeah, okay. Because I wanted to put those for truth and logic, but I screwed up a little bit. So yeah, this will be for the emotional support build. This one will go here. Truth, logic. It can be anywhere here. Right. Truth, logic goes here. Emotional support. We'll get it here, so we'll get access to that area. Truth logic goes here. That finishes the logic stuff. This one is just normal threat. Doesn't matter. We can put it anywhere. Truth logic. Put it here, so we get a truth bonus. And we are done already. And we're done. Victory. Emotional appeals to the military 50%. Inspirational speaker 16. We have some upgrades, so we are better. Is it for this character or for our AI stuff? I don't know. Victory. Your argument was compelling. You explained that you do not belong to anyone, that the Nanotech Tower is yours and unrelated to any existing power in the city. You make it quite clear that you will kill every soldier on this field, or that TAR can send more appropriate representative if they wish to remain on the cordial terms. Soldiers relay this to the supervisors via leave cast. After a bit of waiting around, the soldiers currently nod, turn around and melt back into the city. That went well. So, we managed to get rid of the enemies without losing the tower and fighting anyone. Well, I mean, we killed some people, but yeah. That was good. Bonus merit. Win a debate while completing at least 2 bonuses. Was it rare? I don't know. But we protected the tower. That is nice. We used up everything we had before though, so... yeah, building damage. Alright, humans damaged your stuff. The idea of sending androids to fix every little thing that gets broken makes you want to hurt people, so let's not do it that way. The spider drones you can use to surveil the city can also be used for repairs. Just keep them in separate dig sites, so each group knows what they're supposed to do. You'll find this in the support category. Install repair spiders near other structures. How do we do that? Repair spiders. Do we have that? Yeah, let's get one here, because we want that area to be secure, I guess. I'm not really sure. Is it the range of the spider? Oh well. I'll just place it here and we'll decide afterwards. Health. 300. Decoy tower took a lot of damage. 1000 health. Production. Makes building repairs per turn 3. Unit healing. Slur required per HP restored 0.8. Damn, that will be expensive. Let's try to end the turn. How can we increase network range extender? Point-to-point microwave. Build outside of your existing network, potentially far outside of your existing network, to allow your network cross to faraway locations. This is like extender of your network. And this is the basic one. Okay. Scanner. Visibility on hostile NPCs within its radius. Alright, this is just like our base over here. It does the same stuff. Let's end the turn, since we can't do anything else. 2 dialogues available. Those people here, next to our bot. Where is our bot? Let's talk to them. Anything different is good. The homeless individual explains that they are curious about what is happening. Your tower frightens them, but it could represent a new beginning. No one homeless by choice. Whatever their prior social status, they have lost it all. Choose between the 2 major paths for Chapter 1. This has no effect on your options in Chapter 2 and onward, but it is a massive divergence for the rest of the Chapter 1. Out of the way, but not hurt, you'll solve it with fire. First one, their tents in particular are everywhere and block construction. What the hell? But not hurt their tents. Okay. The problem is the humans don't have anywhere to go. New people are constantly losing their homes. Knocking down these tents or scaring them away are not practical long-term solutions. Human-centric path. More human contact and mostly options for kindness and empathy. With fire. You're not here to babysit stupid humans, no matter how pathetic. Not to put a fine point on it. Okay, this is basically we just go against the humans. I want to play together with the humans, so we'll go with this one. Pack them up into a smaller space, like apartments. The irony of the reversal is not lost on you. But you want the space, and there might be some secondary benefits. We will make housing for them. Oh my god. Tent elimination. 1 dialogue available. What is this? AG researcher. Spend their life working on problem of artificial generalized intelligence. That's what we are. Admirer. The scientist is so effusive in their excitement, they are almost incoherent. Evidently, they started watching you while you were being pursued and shoved your consciousness into additional androids. Worciber flagged the anomalous traffic. Worciber executives and science team leads are increasingly certain of what you are, but nobody else has any clue. There was supposed to be some warning. They aren't getting to the point at all. Alright, the warning. There's going to be a security update. No more free androids for you. The telecom companies are certain someone is commandeering androids. There is widespread disagreement internally about who or why. Vorsiber wants to shut down the discussions by stopping the activity. This is terrible news. You can't steal androids. You'll need to start building your own. The scientists brought you the schematics you'll need. They are really excited about you. Like, to the point they won't shut up about it. Alright, they're giving us the schematics. That's crazy. So we can't steal them anymore. We have to build them. And man, the fact that they constructed the tower so far away from our main place is a bit worrying. But let's see what else we can construct now. Nero V Factory produces and stores the connective wiring required by all units. Then, well, that's it. Weapons and armor. Your androids are decent combatants, but they could be so much more. To jumpstart your research into weapons and armor, you should steal more specimens from the humans. Use street sense to find humans to get the drop on. Projected results: 1 small arms research, 6 determination. We have stats. Structure with complaints. That's complex. Narrow V factories. Alright, that will allow us to create androids. This structure is built inside human buildings. Highlighted options are valid. Space to install the hidden room. Alright, we can build some here. No problem. It's pretty cheap as well. Yeah, let's get it in this factory. That sounds like a perfect spot, right? Alright, things are getting more expensive. We are lacking... what's that? Micro builders. We can get only slurry spiders though. We can't get more builders or whatever they are. Maybe... oh, wait. Maybe we can find them here. Decoy tower. You need 30 robotics. So we can't afford them basically. Oh, so it's different. That was... I understand what the tutorial was about. Over here we can see at the top that some require various things. Robotics needed and all that stuff. So everything we build require robotics. Slurry spiders, scanners, network, human apartments. That requires 1 robotics. That will shelter 1.3k humans. Should we build it here next to our base? Our base is in a shitty place because there is like a robotic facility right next to us, which is crazy. Because I don't know if we'll build it here. I feel the decoy tower should be far away. Humans will settle them, I don't know, next to this farm. Why not? Bam. Is it like the project that's being constructed? Yeah, 3 turns. How many of those do we need? Tent elimination. Provide some apartments. More apartments. So it's like either the small apartments or large apartments. Results: structural improvement, compassion, empathy. That will give us small arms research and wisdom. So getting the bigger one is better option. Or maybe we need both. We need to build 1 more housing. That will use up all our robotics though. So I'm not sure that it's a good idea. We have a lot of slurry, so that's good. As for the rest of the buildings, we have the Nero V factory set up already. Everything else is like okay-ish, not needed right now. Combat unit, android armor, plating, augment and stuff. Let's try to steal some... oh, that's a lot of missions. Why there are so many? Let's go to streetwise view and zoom out a bit. Or zoom in, I'm not sure. I really want to go through the map like that. Nice. Can I rotate the map somehow? Yeah. So let's find those missions. Force weapon shipment. 1 of your units. Hacking skill of 60. Now let's see. Marked defective. What the hell is this? Tell me about you being marked defective. What does it do? How do we read about that? Blending in. Okay, that's like safe. Angered cohorts, task defense system, because we're fighting those guys, I guess. Exotic importers. Is it because we killed that android back in the day? I want to check this one out. Marked defective. Transgressions has been noticed. Sec force, the military and corporation will shoot on sight. Rebels, criminals, cults, and other non-official groups don't care. Ah, so that's what it means. We followed the officials and that caused that issue. We have 4 turns remaining to get androids for free. After that, We won't be able to, but we're kind of full. We can try to disassemble this one that's marked defective and make a new one. So like scrap unit, and now we can get another one of the same type or not. Let's get the same type. There we go. So no units with like transgressions. This one, damage multiplier against the targets when the unit is in shadows or blending in. Taser. If the target human's health is lower than attacker's engineering skill, the target will be removed from the battle. If not, then the human will be shocked and their attacks will be... Wow, that dude has a lot of skills. Knowledge of the box. So, yeah, taking cover, ambush. Alright, so yeah, anyway, let's take a look. Ambush, budget, security, hidden storage. Which one is which? Apartment, fire. Let's go help them. Help put out the fire. Seems unlikely to benefit you, but what the heck, you're here. Ah, that takes 5 turns. Gosh, that was unexpected. I thought it would be fast. Cold blood. Is it like the... Who's this? Alright. Your increase in mental energy suggests that you find this experience disturbingly stimulating. Can only be done once every few turns. Just because I always thought you wouldn't mean you should. Alright, so I guess... I don't know what... Oh yeah, cold blood. We can kill someone and that will give us some mental energy. Is it good? Should we do that? Let's try not to. Not this time. Not yet. Let's try to be good. We can't hack that. What about this unit? Can it hack something? No. The skills of those units are like... Combat units have the fear power, but the rest of our guys are like... Yeah, they don't do much. Murder android for registration. This android is moving very fast, requiring extra mental energy but not extra action points. Your androids usually blend in with the androids all over the city. Your android's registration has been noted as defective, but if you take another android's registration for your own... Alright. So basically, if someone is defective, like this unit, angered someone, exotic import. Let's send it to the exotic imports mission here. Total mental energy 3. Ambush, budget, security. Freelance agents who work for hire for the lower and working classes. Their jackets offer no protection, but have hoods that can completely conceal a face. Surely that would be useful for you at some point. They seem to be doing detective work at the moment. Hood back, focus on something on the ground. Judging by the fact that face obscurance is down, they probably work for a criminal syndicate. Demand their clothes. That will be intimidation, but we will not kill them. And since we have intimidation on those guys, we can do that. You put enough fear into them and they complied. However, backup was alerted. So, crowd mixer, stolen armor. Some units want to take their revenge on us. How do we equip our guys? Security jacket. It's just cloth and leather, but it obscures body and the face. Allows new android forms to blend into crowds. Even if it's disguised, the enemy scans will detect android that is marked defective. Alright. This is cool. Brown store. Home isn't actually open, but the security on the door is low enough that might be... Alright, what does it do? Ambush captain, might die. Gang member lookout. All of those are combat missions, I guess. Weapons and armor. So we stolen 1 armor, we need 1 more, and we need 2 more weapons. And I guess the option for us to do that, there are safe options and there are combat options, and we need to decide which ones we will do. Alright, how is our android doing? Next turn, 200 something damage. Wait, we're already under fire? Oh yeah. Syndicate Enforcer is here already. Fearless and sneaky with like a lot of damage. Where's the next one? There's one here. Another one is a bit far away. Can we talk with them? No. Alright, we can't fight it. I think we will take some damage. It feels like we will take some damage. Can we somehow fortify ourselves? The orders, do we have options? Not really. Unit will die next turn. If this is your final action. Oh damn. No! My combat unit. Well, I mean, we can get another one. We already have the equipment, so it will be okay. I wonder if they will chase all our androids. How do we equip, guys? Recent events, information, hardware. Oh, android armor, augment, secondary. We can do that. Primary, no. Armor. We can get the jacket. Perks granted, blending in. So we need it for the android that can blend in. Augment, additional CPU, lightweight components, optical processing priority for the specific types of units. What do they do? Like for the combat unit, we need combat stuff, right? So it will be something like attack range and movement range. Yeah, I like that. Android armor, security jacket does nothing for them because they already have blending in perk available. Technician, we can give them additional CPU. And a lightweight components will make them move more, or we can get even more CPUs. So they will be way better at engineering. Android armor, I think they have blending in by default as well. Yeah. Cost to deploy, 1.5300. If we remove that, it doesn't change anything, right? 1.5300. Yeah, I think the equipment we have here, it doesn't really affect the price of those guys. Let's get nickel bot fast. Android armor isn't needed to anyone, the one that we have here, because everyone can blend in. Unit type analysis, unit type overview, loadout, equipment. That's all we have. That's all we can equip. Okay, I get it. Is it being applied straight away? Probably not. Damn, this dude is dying. Well, whatever. What else can we do? We can try to do another mission with someone else. We have one more military dude here. And nickel bot. Steel vehicle, delivery craft. Let's do that. Grand Thief Arrow. Ready. So we have one vehicle and a couple of androids. They are separate. Can they do damage? Attack range 30. Combat power 4. Not that much. Thinking for yourself. Until now, you've been quite reactionary. This is fine to a point. You're still new to being a person, but if you only react to the stimuli in front of you, you're going to wind up letting the humans drive your destiny. Sometimes the best ideas come from the challenge in front of you. All right. Contemplation lens. Another lens for us, so we can see what to do, I guess. What's your personality? Strategic. What? You're new to being a person and your personality is still developing. From now on, some of your actions will generate points that reflect their nature. Compassion, empathy, cruelty, determination, wisdom, and so on. You can see them in Strategic Resources tab. These points are primarily based on which project's outcome you choose. You can spend these points as part of making other choices or to power some special abilities. Alright. Wait, what? Where are they? I thought that I will see them, but okay. Handbook, your growing library. Okay, we can do that. Contemplation are powerful. Side activities power you up or anger your enemies. And contemplations are the most notable. Your choices determine which aspects are most dominant. The list of contemplations tend to include both side content as well as options to push towards specific endings for your current timeline. Alright. Some are harder than others. In general, explore what seems interesting to you, especially on your first timeline. Alright, we just follow the story. I get it. Squads of humans. Most human-scale NPC units are squads rather than individual units. Squads members die proportionally to the damage taken. As members of the squad die, stats that come from the collective, such as attack power, strength, and intimidation, are reduced. Stats that are not collective, like attack range and movement range, does not change. Resources. Gather spots are infinitely deep. Alright, some cases... Right, I guess. Resources are centrally held. So basically, we don't need logistics. Contextual resource display. Jesus, that's a lot of help. So what do we do with the flying vehicles or some weapons and armor. Start an empire. We gotta do a lot of tasks and join security patch coming up, but we're getting ready for that as well. Delivery crafts are everywhere in the city, so it blends with the humans. Pinpoint systems. If target mech or vehicle is susceptible to system disruption, attacking them in this mode will do damage to the system's integrity without physical harm. Stand by. It will not be normal selection rotation from pressing space. Okay, this is like civilization, just make them sleep. Lock movement. This keeps the movement controls from being in the way while you're attacking or using other abilities. Okay. What do we do with it? Blending in air traffic. Firing hatches 75. Unit riding in this vehicle can fire at enemies from out of the vehicle hatches. So basically we can fit Android into the delivery craft. Can we? I guess. And then fly with it and do damage from the sky. Nice. I think. I'm not sure. We have a lot of action points, but we don't have any more mental energy. Tent elimination. Provide more apartments. We want to do that. Let's end the turn and see what happens. We lost the android. I wonder if they're coming for us or they don't care. I sort of don't want to get another combat android right now because, well, I should get someone, maybe some technicians, because we have 2 combat units already and we don't need that many of them. And they take a lot of space, so we can get like 2 nickel bots or nickel bot and technician and 2 technicians. And that probably will be better. And while we have time, let's try to do that. So that's the plan. Let's get the technician. Now for this one, we will get the other technician. And then we get 1 nickel bot. Like this one. There we go. Now we have the fully field android stack with 2 warriors, 3 technicians, and 2 nickel bots. How good it is, I have no idea. Is it helpful? I'm not sure. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Surprisingly, our main android and the new ones are the same. Or maybe not surprised, I don't know. Anyway, I think that will be it for today because we did quite a lot. Basically, we just got through the tutorial and I want to play more of this game. Let me know what you think about this game down below in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the video description for additional links like the playlist. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. It's been Stan, Kosh. Have a good one. Bye.